We are anonymous. On Friday, January 27, 2017, President Trump issued an executive order suspending the Syrian refugee program and temporarily banning entries for people coming from Iraq, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Yemen and Syria. The backlash has been fierce and public figures around the world have voiced their outrage. On one hand, this is understandable, given the humanitarian implications. However, one has to ask, where was this outrage when the refugee crisis was being created? Where was the righteous indignation in 2011 when the Obama administration toppled the Libyan government? First by sending in the CIA to back rebel groups that ended up having direct ties to Al-Qaeda, and then using airstrikes to finish the job. Prior to this intervention, Libya had one of the highest standards of living of any country in Africa. According to the UN, they even had free healthcare. Today the country is a failed state, plagued by ongoing violence. That's why these people are trying to escape. And where was this righteous indignation in 2012 when the US began providing weapons, money and training to rebel groups in Syria in an attempt to overthrow Assad? Even at the time it was known that most of these weapons were ending up in the hands of jihadists. And it was no secret that these groups were committing horrific atrocities. Again, why do you think these people are trying to escape? Then there was Yemen, where the Obama administration quietly supported Saudi Arabia's bombing campaign for over a year, before finally getting their hands dirty and launching direct airstrikes in 2016. This warmongering continued till the very end. Here's a map of where the 26,171,000 bombs Obama dropped just in his last year of office fell. Bombs dropped by Obama in 2016. You know, it seems to me that the inhabitants of these countries would have preferred that you stand up against the wars that destroyed their homeland before and while it was happening, rather than take issue to where they are allowed to go in the aftermath. Just saying. None of this is a defense of Trump's order. It doesn't make any sense that Iran be included on the list while Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates and Egypt get a free pass. Especially considering that Saudi Arabia is most prolific purveyor of Wahhabi extremism in the world. That is, of course, unless you look at this through a geopolitical lens. Which brings us back to the real crux of the issue. War. After 8 years of covering for Obama's foreign policy, the left already has a credibility problem. And the current strategy of throwing temper tantrums at Trump's each and every turn, which started before he took office, isn't helping. Inside your echo chamber you might feel like revolutionaries, but from the outside, your selective outrages reeks of hypocrisy and lowbrow partisanship. You're also burning through your ammunition before the battles that are really going to count, like another war or an expansion of police state powers. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us, at our stupidity. When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
We'll have a lot of men down here right now. We have over 100, and we have about 125 coming. So we'll have a couple of hundred people down here.
Isn't it hypocritical for you saying that illegal immigration is killing this country to be employing illegal immigrants?
I read the story, and we're building a great hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue, and it's being done beautifully, and we're I'm very cognizant of that. Anderson, you have either anywhere from 11 to 34 million illegal immigrants in this country. They're all over the place. Nobody knows even where they come from. They probably come some from the Middle East. You don't know where they're coming from.
What they say is several of the men who hail mostly from El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala have earned U.S. citizenship or legal status through immigration programs targeting Central Americans fleeing civil wars or natural disasters. Others quietly acknowledge that they remain in the country illegally. They don't give numbers.
They have to give us the names because we have,
But illegal, or they're not going to give you names.
They have to give us the names, and I have to say this. From what I heard, and I just checked it this morning because I asked the question because I read the article also, we are absolutely in beautiful, perfect shape. Now, I wish they'd give us the names. We would get rid of them immediately.
Do you think, can you guarantee that you don't have illegal or undocumented workers working for you in hotel projects or various projects?
I can't guarantee it. How can anyone? We have 34 million in the country. I used to hear 11, now I hear it's 34 million. I can't guarantee anything. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
There'd be a database system that tracks the Muslims here in this country.
There should be a lot of systems beyond database. I mean, we should have a lot of systems. And today you can do it. But right now we have to have a border, we have to have strength, we have to have a wall, and we cannot let what's happening to this country happen.
But that's something your White House would like to implement.
Oh, I would certainly implement that.